Good morning, my beautiful followers. How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is starting their Sunday on an amazing note with lots of good orgasmic energy. And that is part of our topic today. Today we're going to be talking about orgasmic relationships. I saw some clients yesterday and I was sitting and speaking with one client and they were talking about how they want a relationship that's just easy. That's easy and is orgasmic, but it's easy. And then they were also talking about basically all their relationships. And I sat there and I'm like, an orgasmic relationship isn't easy. I actually had a conversation with a gentleman in my own life recently because I was like, well, right now, I've got this going on and that going on. And it was really interesting because he's like, I don't want it to be easy. He's like, I want to deal with your stuff over here. So he wants some massive brownie points. With me. But anyway, he and this particular client, this gentleman was saying, like, I don't want easy. And then my client was saying, no, I want the orgasmic relationship, but I want it to be easy. And I sat there thinking, because orgasmic relationships aren't easy. They're not easy. So if you want an orgasmic relationship, drop the easy bullshit. Now, when I say that, there should be ease at some level in the relationship, okay? I'm not saying that you can't have ease in the relationship. If you were always fighting and always doing this, then that's not probably the best relationship for you. There needs to definitely be a beautiful flow in the orgasmic relationship. There needs to be some ease. There needs to be some heart-centeredness. But I get clients sometimes in here or consultations, my couples, and they're like, no, we don't fight at all. And that's actually a huge red flag to me that the relationship is not deep enough, that the relationship is not an orgasmic one, that the relationship is most likely inauthentic. Somebody in the relationship is more than likely inauthentic if they never disagree, if they never argue. Because as individuals, when we come together in a relationship, we don't want to become the other person. We want to have, this person needs to have their personality, this person needs to have their personality. And so, of course, we're not always going to agree on things. Now, if you're two separate beings completely in a long-term relationship, then that's a problem. There should be some meshing. There should be a little bit of meshing. As you get to know somebody, as you get into that relationship, it is like two trees standing next to each other. If they are right on top of each other, the trees both die. If the trees just have some touching roots, then guess what? They're feeding each other. But the orgasmic relationship shouldn't be easy. There should be a little bit of, disagreements. It's how you're dealing with the disagreements. It's not, are you sweeping them under the rug? That's not ease. That's not easy. That's called being inauthentic and not actually owning who you are and being vulnerable and stepping in to the relationship. So the relationship shouldn't be easy. There just should be ease in it. You should have disagreements with your partner. Then, again, it's how are you dealing with them? Are you listening to each other? Are you holding space for each other's ideas? Are you willing and able to come together and have that argument, fight, whatever you want to call it, the disagreement, the different viewpoints? Are you able to come together and really discuss it? Really, also at times go, you have a different opinion than I do, and that's okay. On some things, it's okay to agree to disagree on certain things. If you think the best color in the world is, turquoise, and I think the best color in the world is, emerald green, that's okay to disagree on. So you don't have to agree on everything. So there should be some, I don't like the word friction, but there should be some places where you guys aren't meeting completely. Also, an orgasmic relationship isn't easy because you're in your fucking shadow work. Welcome to stepping into your shadow work. Because if you are in an orgasmic relationship, just like it comes up, it should go down too. And I don't mean the relationship itself. I mean like you're looking at different pieces. You're looking at your light. You're looking at your darkness. You are in it. You are in it and you are actually doing your own work through the relationship. You're in there, you're doing your work, and so it shouldn't cause consistent, constant ease. You should at times feel a little stirred, like, whoo, like he or she did this to me, and now I have to deal with myself. Now I have to look at my pattern. Now I have to look at where I've got blocks up, or where maybe I'm in my ego. If your relationship isn't causing even a little bit of that, then guess what? It is not an orgasmic relationship. You are not learning, you are not growing, you are not expanding. And then an orgasmic relationship isn't easy because guess what? It's vulnerable. And guess what? Like, vulnerability is beautiful and amazing, and we can talk about how amazing it is, and it doesn't feel freaking amazing in the moment. It feels vulnerable. It feels difficult. It feels a little like you're breathing into it. And it can feel amazing on the other end of it, but at the end of the day, being vulnerable in a relationship isn't easy. It is not easy breezy, no stir at all. And when we take away the stirring in our relationship, the emotions of our relationship and who we are as humans, what ends up happening is we become dull, we become boring, and we become inauthentic. We are not being our full selves. We are not living our orgasmic life for ourselves. So we're not going to be in an orgasmic relationship. Now, if you're constantly fighting and there's constantly drama and you're constantly avoiding conversations, that's not the orgasmic relationship. That's probably a relationship you don't want to be in, or you need to look at, like, do we just need to get real and have some hard conversations? If you are not having those hard conversations in a relationship, they're not going to be orgasmic. It's not going to be an orgasmic relationship. Then you also need to have those high points of the relationship too, because we want the joy, the pleasure, the laughter, those moments of flow, and where it feels so freaking easy and you're just going with it, or you feel really loved on. And so you need the highs and the lows of all your relationships. So you need those difficult conversations, and then you need those moments of play. So look at your relationships of all kinds right now, but particularly your romantic relationships. And I want you to think, like, is this relationship too easy? Or is this a relationship not have any ease at all? And what has caused, I want you to look at what has caused that lack of ease instead of blaming, shaming, because sometimes a lack of ease gets put in a relationship and we can reinstill it with some good conversations, some connection, some effort, because yes, relationships take effort. I know. It's a mind blow. Relationships take a little bit of effort. You must give effort. You must put energy into those you love in your life. Otherwise, it's not a relationship. The relationship will die. That's a conversation for another day. But look at maybe if there's a relationship that you really do still want and there's not ease in it anymore, look at maybe where you can reinstill ease in it. Look at where there needs to be more vulnerability, more disagreements, more like those hard conversations. And then if everything is like rosy and sunshiny, then look for those places where maybe you're not being authentic, or maybe you're losing yourself a little bit. Really looking at those places where, okay, this is too easy. We are constantly in ease, and I'm now avoiding hard conversations. I'm not growing. I'm not in any stir at all. So where am I avoiding myself, and where am I avoiding my partner or whoever this might be? So get vulnerable. Get vulnerable first with yourself. So, because you deserve the fire within. You deserve to have that orgasmic relationship. You really do. You really do. So, if you want to get that orgasmic relationship, if you want that orgasmic life, if you want to grab that fire within, then reach out to me at AddisonBell.net. Other than that, I will see you beautiful people tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. I'm going to head off on a beautiful adventure for the evening. Go have some fun, some laughter, some connection time, and just go take a short little getaway. But again, I will see you guys tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. I love you, and I hope you have an amazing Sunday.